Welcome to SmackDown live from Kansas City, in which we are kicking off the show with the undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, who at Backlash in St. Louis, Missouri, defended his championship against Randy Orton and won. And what we're going to hear from Rhodes tonight about what happened at Backlash, where a certain Kevin Owens, like at WrestleMania, got involved. That distracted Randy Orton. He got out of the ring, hit an RKO on Kevin Owens. Orton got back into the ring, which opened up Rhodes to get the victory. And well, if you're wondering what I'm alluding to, at WrestleMania, Rhodes defended the championship against the 2026 Royal Rumble winner in Sami Zayn. And at WrestleMania, Kevin Owens would come down to the ring when Zayn had the matchup in the bag. Cody Rhodes was being checked on by the referee. An apron powerbomb followed by a package power driver out ringside by Kevin Owens to Sami Zayn. It would then throw Zayn back into the ring. Rhodes would have no idea, seemingly, what happened. The referee no idea either, as Kevin Owens would escape through the crowd. And Rhodes then would win the matchup and retain the title. The next night, Sami Zayn came out here and accused Cody Rhodes of knowing exactly what happened and that it was a plan. Kevin Owens said it was a plan, and Rhodes has denied the allegations. But what happened at Backlash for Kevin Owens getting out there to distract Orton? How long can Kevin Owens and Rhodes, I guess, keep doing this before the truth is out? Whether it's Kevin Owens doing it by his own accord or Rhodes. Hey Cody, up here now everyone, please just give me a minute to explain everything and prove what I said after WrestleMania to be true. So real quickly, play the footage. And as you can see, here is the proof of what I mentioned after WrestleMania, me and Cody talking. And Cody right here is asking me to help him out at WrestleMania. Sami is about to beat him. As you can see, I was left with a hard choice to make, to betray my best friend or to help out Cody Rhodes. And I made the hard choice to go out there and help Cody. And what does Cody do with that? He lies. Not to me, but to all of you. Kevin, that's enough. I never asked you to help me retain the title at Mania against Sami or at Backlash against Orton. And everyone is bear with me. I did exactly what Randy Orton would have done anyway. He knows it, and all of you know it. Now Kevin, what do you want? Because for 2 months now you've been stuck around me, sticking your nose in business. That doesn't concern you. So Kevin, what is it you're after? You see guys, this is your champion. This is a two-faced, lying, see-through champion you've got. Cody, after everything I've done for you, this is how you repay me. If it wasn't for me, Sami Zayn would be the champion right now. And again, if it wasn't for me, Randy Orton would be a 16-time world champion. So you're welcome for that. But Cody, you asked me what I want. And I want two things. First of all, I want you to admit to all these people who exactly you are, that you're a liar, you're manipulating them. And second, I want what should have been mine to begin with. I want that title because I should have been the one to defeat Roman Reigns, but I was screwed over again and again and again. So Cody, if you are the man you're lying to these people saying you are, how about you put a title on the line, clash in Paris, me and you, for the undisputed WWE Championship? Okay, so the first thing, I'm not lying to these people, Kevin. You are. You're manipulating some CCTV footage of me stepping up to talk to my friend, to ask him how he was doing with his injury. That's what I was there to ask you. You know it, and I believe these people will understand that as well, because I don't need anyone to fight my battles for me. I did this by myself. I don't need you, Kevin, to help me retain this title. I did it by myself. I did what you couldn't do. I defeated Roman Reigns. You say you got screwed out the title. So did I. But guess what I did? I didn't make excuses, Kevin. I kept going. I kept fighting. I kept looking for opportunities to get to that title. And what did I do? At WrestleMania 40, I finished the story. Meanwhile, you got packed up by your best friend, Sami Zayn, costing you a year of your career. And now you're back saying that you deserve this title. You don't deserve anything, Kevin. But you know what? I'm a fighting champion. I'm a man of my word. So I'll see you in Paris. But I hope that neck is fully healed. Because I'm not going to pull my punches as the stunt you've been pulling for the past 2 months, Kevin. I'll see you in Paris. Good. I'll see you in Paris as well, Cody. And what's going to happen at Paris, I'm going to drop you on your head and make you realise that you're not the top star of this industry. You never deserve to be. All you are is a guy dressed up in face paint, doing cartwheels pretending to be from a cosmic wasteland. That's what you are. That's what you are, Cody. You'll never be more than that. Because I know the real you. And the real you doesn't deserve to be champion. But the real me deserves to be champion. So like I said, I'll see you in Paris. I'll be walking out on the WWE champion like I deserve. And what after hearing from Cody Rhodes, it's Tiffany time here in Kansas City. As Tiffany Stratton's out here for in-ring competition. Last week, well, she faced Kalani Jordan. I believe it was last week anyway. She came up with a losing effort after Kalani Jordan cheated to win, using the powder to blind Stratton, and then used that to beat her. And Tiffany Stratton tonight has asked for another opportunity to prove that she is world title contender again. As Tiffany Stratton has not been a world champion in well over a year now. So it wasn't Stratton held championship gold, and she's looking to get back to the top level here in WWE. The question is, can she do so? We're still losing to Kalani Jordan, even though it was a great match, which she lost via Kalani Jordan cheating to win. It was a loss on the record of Stratton. Well, let's get this one more underway soon, as we're going to find out who Stratton's taking on here tonight, who General Manager Nick Aldis has given a chance to tonight to face Stratton in this one. Well, let's find out who it's going to be. It's going to be the Poison Pixie, Candice LeRae. Well, this is someone who I always say is someone not to be taken lightly. Someone that can hang in the ring with the very best. Someone that is underrated here in WWE, in my opinion. Someone I've not seen the best of, especially here on the main roster. And LeRae tonight will be taking on Tiffany Stratton. And a win for Stratton here tonight could maybe get herself up into championship contendership again. But a win for LeRae could put herself into championship contendership here tonight. And also we just heard from Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens that interesting situation has been unfolding for the past month or so now since WrestleMania, where Kevin Owens claiming that Cody Rhodes has asked Kevin Owens to help him retain the title. And also what we saw at WrestleMania was him help Rhodes defeat Sami Zayn. Rhodes denied the allegations that it was not a plan, and Kevin Owens, well, said to Sami Zayn that it was the plan to trust his best friend, that is Kevin Owens, after they've had their issues and everything like that between them. And also we saw a backlash in the match between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. Randy Orton was about to win the match when Kevin Owens came down to the ring. As we get this one underway here in a second. But yeah, Kevin Owens was making his way down to the ring, and Randy Orton got out of the ring, hit an RKO to put him down. That's the right here, looking to go for some chain wrestling here. Not so sure why this one's trying to lock up with one of the best women's wrestlers in this industry. Obviously, Stratton is no slouch when it comes to that herself, as these two lock up in the middle of the ring here. LeRae now. So Rey wrenching on the shoulder here, looking to maybe work. Maybe there's an injury for Stratton we don't know about. Maybe a tweak of the shoulder in a match a previous week. There's our side headlock here from Candice LeRae. So he doesn't have the size advantage of a Stratton here in this one. Doesn't have the speed or maybe the agility, but has the experience factor. But there's a strength for Stratton, and there's a huge double-handed spine buster. As LeRae now pushes away Stratton. So LeRae now looking for a huge kick. Stratton counters over with a kick of her own there to the lower leg there. And these huge knife edge chops there to LeRae. LeRae now counters with some back of her own here to Stratton. And there's an elbow there to the leg this time, and a kick there to the midsection on Stratton with the right where she wants it, but there's a back elbow as LeRae now springboarding, inverted poison Rana. Early in this one, it could be all over. But Stratton gets the shoulders up there. The referee just like a car took a few seconds to get into the pinfall. That could have been a huge factor, and that is a code breaker there hit, and Stratton wisely rolling to ringside, or rolling to the apron here to try and recuperate Stratton now. Catches LeRae, hangs her up over the top rope. As Tiffany makes the climb to the top. As Stratton now looking for the elbow drop. But the Rey kicks out there at 2. Well, these two going back and forth in the early goings of this matchup. It will be a great one between these, so I can promise you that. So a lot on the line for both women, especially for Stratton, who's looking to prove again that she is championship material. Like I said, she hasn't held championship gold in over a year. And Stratton looking for the moonsault, but the Rey out of the way. And Candice LeRae now kicked in the midsection, looking for a code red. But Stratton again kicks out. Both of them going bar for bar in this one. When it comes to their offense, back and forth it goes. The pendulum swings. As LeRae now into the corner. Huge forearm strike, but no one's home. Crashes into the top turnbuckle instead. Drop kick to the face from Stratton. Tiffany Stratton now on the top rope with the Rey. What is Stratton thinking here? Stratton perhaps thinking superplex. Here to Candice LeRae, instead rolls through and presses strength, hoists her up with the Falcon Arrow. But the Rey kicks to keep this matchup alive there. New wrinkle in the arsenal maybe there of Tiffany Stratton being pulled out tonight. Now drives her face first into the mat. Stratton maybe calling for the end of this one, saying it's Tiffy time here tonight. Stratton not looking for the shot, but no one's home with that one. Huge right hand there from the Rey. And there's a double knee to the face again with a code breaker. Stratton now into the corner. The Rey fires in, drop kick there to the ribs of Stratton. Now return to sender. Smashing Stratton face first into the mat herself. As the Rey now, what's she thinking next there? It's a big fixture for Candice LeRae, could help her get into championship contendership herself. As the Rey now swim-boarding off the top of a tornado DDT. That's Candice now, what's she thinking here? Looking to set through. Looking to put this one away here. Is the Rey. Arms hooked. Looking for wicked stepsister. Planting Stratton face first into the mat. But Stratton is still just about in this one here. 2 3/4 there for the Rey. There's that arguing with, or just as I call it, the official, saying it should have been a free count. As Stratton her back to her feet here, rolls her up here to steal the victory. At the grasp of Candice LeRae, who kicks at herself. Stratton now scooped up herself here by the Rey. And Stratton kicks. There's a Rey now. Huge kick caught, kick to the leg there. Stratton now. Foot over. Alabama slammer. Well, Stratton making the climb to the top. Looking for the Swanton. But Tiffy is not done yet. Senses blood in the water. Senses this one is over. A Stratton with the prettiest moonsault ever connects. Is that enough to put away the Rey and get a big victory for herself? And Stratton does so. A loss on the last SmackDown, a win here tonight. It was a great match between Stratton and the Rey. We saw the best of Candice LeRae tonight, but it wasn't enough in the end. Maybe her frustration got the better of her. She had the match up in her grasp after the wicked stepsister arguing with the referee that it wasn't a free count. Instead of continuing the offense, we were looking for the Gargano escape. She could have done that. Instead, argued with Jessica Cole, which gave Stratton the opening to try and win it herself. And that opened up for what we saw at the end, the Alabama Slammer into the Swanton and into the prettiest moonsault ever. 3 of the best that Stratton can deliver. A trifecta of offense to get the free count. And Stratton tonight gets a big victory for herself on a climb back to maybe championship gold at some point in the near future. That is her goal that she wants to achieve. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined here with your new Women's United States Champion, and that is Chelsea Green. So Chelsea, how does it feel to be the champion after winning the title in a triple threat match against Sol Ruca and Zarya at Backlash? Kathy, it feels great, but tonight is about me. You're right, it is my celebration, but it also is about these people, these wonderful people of SmackDown, because they are my constituents that I now look after. As United States Women's Champion on SmackDown, these are the people I represent. Sorry, Chelsea, 1 second. I'm being told in my ear that we've got something to cut to backstage. And like I said, I'm sorry, we've got to cut the short, Chelsea. But let's cut to what's happening backstage right now. And well, this is the CCTV footage from moments ago backstage during the interview between Chelsea Green and Kathy Kelly. We had to cut short, so I apologise to Chelsea Green for that one. But as you'll see backstage, Zarya jump in, the former United States Women's Champion Sol Ruka. Obviously, these three women were involved in a triple threat match, and the Sol Ruka, Zarya wasn't done there, launching a chair at Sol Ruka there after putting her through the table. But like I say, these three were in a match at Backlash, and Sol Ruka walked in champion, but Chelsea Green walked out with the champion. And I believe there's also some footage to show you from moments ago as well. You can see Sol Ruka was getting back to it when Zarya wasn't done there, hitting a spear to a recovering Sol Ruka backstage. And, clearly she wasn't... Zarya... No. I can see Zarya then delivered an F5. And Sol Ruka landed awkwardly on that chair. And that's the way EMTs found her moments ago. Now, after what we just saw unfold backstage between Zarya and Sol Ruka, since the issues between them two are not over, but Santos Escobar is out here for in-ring competition. Someone looking to prove himself here on SmackDown, looking to get himself maybe an opportunity at a title in the future. This is the Emperor of Lucha Libre, the leader of Legado del Fantasma is Santos Escobar, and tonight he's going to be in in-ring competition. And we need to talk about what we just heard backstage. First of all, from Chelsea Green, said that she's going to be the greatest Women's United States Champion of all time. And so she is the second ever Women's United States Champion. The first one was Sol Ruka, who defeated Chelsea Green for that title when it was vacant. Obviously, in that triple threat match at Backlash, Chelsea Green won the title, taking advantage of the situation between Zarya and Sol Ruka, that friendship devolving down to just pure hatred between the two. And as we saw backstage moments ago, that vicious assault from Zarya, who now blames Sol Ruka for her not being champion as well. I guess that Backlash, that's another bit of salt in the wound of that friendship that is not boiled down to hatred like I mentioned. But Escobar tonight is out here. He does not care about what the crowd think of him. All he cares about is getting the job done. That's what he's saying there. It's his time. The Emperor Lucha Libre has been overlooked for too long. And tonight, perhaps he can get a big victory himself, as we just saw Stratton do moments ago, and get himself into maybe a title contendership in the near future. But this is someone he will know well in the Lucha Libre world. The King of the Ropes, a brother of the former Intercontinental Champion, and that is Rey Fenix, who's going to be in action here. And this one is going to be a great one. I said Rey Fenix has been impressive since signing here on SmackDown. He competed in the Elimination Chamber matchup for the WWE Championship. It didn't go his way, but he did. He was in that matchup and looked good. He's picked up big victories at his time here on SmackDown. I see, unlike his brother though, he's not been a champion just yet. Penta held the RC Championship and won it at Raw for 11 months, only bested by the greatest of all time, John Cena, who held it for a month before losing it to Dirty Dom in Boston before WrestleMania, in which Randy Orton then went to retire John Cena, and Dom defended the title against Dragon Lee at WrestleMania. Has been defending the title on Raw up against the freaks he calls and the losers of AAA. That's one thing I recommend to check out on Raw. The issues between Dominic Mysterio and the Lucha Libre world, especially AAA, colliding over there. But I imagine that Rey Fenix is someone that's been keeping an eye on that one himself. As Dom calls himself the greatest Mysterio, the greatest luchador, the greatest IC champion, and the greatest of all time, as he's the one who defeated John Cena for the title. He claims that he retired John Cena, really. Randy Orton just defeated a washed up, beaten Cena that was left vulnerable by Dirty Dom. That's what Dom thinks. But let's turn our attention now back to this one. Rey Fenix v Santos Escobar here tonight. That's Fenix. And Escobar got to put on a classic here tonight. You've got to imagine as well. Fenix! Well, Escobar not waiting around. Going straight after Rey Fenix there. Well, Escobar maybe looking for a quick one tonight. Maybe looking for a quick victory over Fenix with the boots to the face here. of the king of the ropes in. Well, Rey Fenix is at Escobar here looking for a German suplex. Hooked low, roll up here for a quick one to steal it. But Escobar flips it over. Rey Fenix with the core strength, rolls it back up himself. Escobar back over the top. But Fenix kicks out there. At 2-1 with these two. Even footing in this one. As Fenix told Santos Escobar to bring it up. So every time we've seen both of these two men in action, they have impressed. And Escobar now with a snap suplex. Gains control of the matchup again, building momentum. Escobar with the leg drop there. As the leader of Legado del Fantasma in control. You got to imagine that they are backstage somewhere. As a lung blower there to Fenix. But Fenix kicks out there at 2. Well, Fenix is in a bad way here. Santos Escobar again here, looking to deliver a simple suplex there. Rolling at the back. And the midsection of Rey Fenix. If you can't breathe, you can't fight. Simple as that. As Fenix now off the ropes. Out the way, Rey Fenix out with that huge kick. A super kick there right on the button. Catches Escobar up on the shoulders now. Spins him round. Sit out into the powerbomb. Escobar kicks that 2. Let's have Rey Fenix now. A little bit of homage of his brother. With a sacrifice being used. A little shout out to Penta there. From Rey Fenix. And goes into the corner. Rey Fenix now. Catches the legs. Rey Fenix up and over the top. Boot to the face of Escobar. As Fenix goes to the top. Escobar's rocked. Fenix. Crossbody. Hooks the leg. But Escobar kicks that 2. Well, Santos saw the matchup flash before his eyes right there. Boot to the face. There's a super kick of his own. Dropping Fenix to the mat. And just like that, Escobar's got control. And Santos now again with another lung blower there. I think Santos has spotted a weakness in Rey Fenix here. First of all, returning to the face with some huge boots there. And Santos now back in control of this one. So looking for maybe an Alabama slam. But Fenix out of the way. And Fenix now builds momentum. Rolls through with a Frankensteiner. Hooks both legs. But kick out again by Escobar there. Well, Fenix knows that was almost over. So Fenix looking for the super kick. Escobar caught and kicked to the midsection there. That's Escobar now. Another kick. Looking for a Mexican destroyer, but Fenix counters. That's Rey Fenix now off the ropes with an inverted roller. As Fenix are in control of this one. A little bit of a penta strut there brought out. As Escobar counters her, crashes him face first into the corner as Escobar now builds momentum. Looking for a huge back elbow there to the throat of Rey Fenix. And now Escobar here looking to lock in a submission hold here. Yanking back on the legs and now the arms here as well. Looking to stretch. Fenix here with the surfboard stretch here. But Escobar isn't done there, looking to yank back on the back as well. Looking for a dragon sleeper variation. The torque on the lower on the back of Fenix and also the neck. This is not a comfortable position to be in for anyone. But Fenix somehow gets out of it there. But the damage may have been done. As Fenix are looking for the super kick caught by Escobar. And Fenix in a bad way here. This is up on the shoulders. It could be all over. Phantom driver. But Rey Fenix kicks out there. And that is the resiliency that's made him a crowd favourite here. The crowd are showing their appreciation for this one. But well, Escobar won't like that. He wants this one to be done as quickly as possible. Looking for a German suplex again. But Fenix this time flips out of it. There's a huge forearm strike. A pump forearm there by Fenix. It goes to the top now. So Fenix now Looking for a huge 5-star frog splash. But again, another kick out from the Emperor of Lucha Libre there. As he saw putting on a classic like I said they would do. Huge overhand chops that have been brought up by Fenix. Looking for a knife edge chop, but countered. Let's go by now with the jawbreaker. Let's go by now. What's he thinking here? Looking for maybe a sacrifice of his own here. Yanking back on the arm here. First of all, looking to just torque the shoulder before yanking it all the way back, and Fenix countered it before he connects with it. He just about does so. And Fenix now up on the shoulders with the fire driver. But Escobar again kicks out. What a matchup we're seeing between these two. Fenix stalking his opponent here. It's Rey Fenix now. Looking to springboard. Gets the drop kick. Flying halfway across the ring to connect with that one was Rey Fenix. Impressive as always from the luchador. It's Fenix now. Burst of momentum. Sends both men crashing over the top rope with that huge cross body of Fenix. I think we all know what he's thinking. Rey Fenix looking to show why he's the king of the ropes. It's Fenix now up and over the top with a twisting tornado. Cross body there, wiping out Escobar at ringside. See, that sends him back into the ring. As Fenix now making the climb again to the top. As Escobar now gingerly making his way back to his feet here. As Fenix off the top, looking for a huge arm drag, but a bad landing there for Rey Fenix, and Escobar looking to take advantage. He plants it now with a back suplex, keeps it hooked in though. Of now a German suplex. And again the waist lock kept. And there's a huge brain buster, I believe that was. As Escobar now up and over the top of a crossbody. And Santos now perhaps telling Rey Fenix that this one is over. What is Escobar thinking here? Of a Mexican destroyer at ringside. It's taken a second as well to just bask in the booze of this crowd here in Kansas City tonight. Well, this one could be over. The Mexican destroyer to Fenix at ringside. And well, Fenix could be out here. Escobar knows it's been a long while since he hit the maneuver though, as he wasted too much time. And Fenix just stays in it. And I think the arrogance of Escobar just cost him. As Fenix are out of the way. And right now, inverted Rana. And Rey Fenix up with the crowd behind him. Sending Escobar over into the corner. And there's a huge twisting kick. Super kick to the leg. Gets him on the back end. And Escobar could be in a bad way here. He's rocked. He pulls himself up to the ropes though. I think Rey Fenix is looking to put this one away. With a huge apron DDT. Fenix firing everything he's got in the arsenal at Santos Escobar right now to put this one away. I think Fenix is like this one is on its way to being over. There's Rey Fenix now. As Escobar up on the top here, looking for the final nail in the coffin, the Mexican Muscle Buster. And Rey Fenix gets a big victory over Santos Escobar here tonight. Well, this could have been the end here if Escobar didn't waste time taunting to the crowd. If he threw him back into the ring instantly, got the pinfall, it could have been done right there. But instead, he got a 1, a 2, and just it wasn't enough. And right here, this huge spin kick there. Picture perfect by Fenix. And another boot to the face, an apron DDT followed up by the Mexican Muscle Buster. And Escobar didn't have an answer to this one. Didn't have enough energy to kick out. And Rey Fenix gets a big victory tonight over the Emperor Luchadibra on SmackDown. Cody, interesting words tonight, but you see, like Kevin and like these people, I see right through you, because I don't see the quarterback of this industry. I don't see the face of this company. I see a lying, two-faced SOB. You see the fake hair, the fake teeth, the fake smile, the fake tan, the expensive suits, Cody. It's all an act. With you, it's all, I guess you could say, smoke and mirrors. And you see, if I was you, Cody, I'd just admit it before your image is ruined anymore. I'd go out there and tell these people that you are apparently the face of, that you care about them, that you are lying to them. If you do truly care about them, tell them who you really are, because I see right through you. Alistair, how's catering? Forgive the joke, I just haven't seen you for a while, but I've been champion in that time period. I've actually been sat there eating food, doing whatever, just lurking in the shadows, maybe waiting for a scrap of relevancy to fall in your lap. But you see, just like Kevin Owens, you're trying to manipulate words, you're trying to twist scenarios to make them favour you like you always have done, because you're not a man that gets things done by yourself. You have to cheat, you have to lie to get things done yourself. But I'm not a man that does so. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a man of face value. So how about next week, me and you in the ring, and I prove to you who exactly I am, and that's the man I've been saying I am since the start. Cody, that sounds like a wonderful idea, because I will get to show and expose the world right in that ring, live on SmackDown, who Cody Rhodes really is. When I drag you into deep waters, when I drag you into the darkness with me, your true self will come out, Cody. I can promise you that, and I can't wait for these people to see the real you. And well, what a night it's been, and it's time for our main event here, in which Solo Sikoa, the leader of MFT, the former tribal chief, is out here for action. And well, let's show you why Solo Sikoa is out here tonight for in-ring competition. Solo, this is a message for you. You see, I heard what you said about how I disappointed you, how I betrayed you, how I betrayed the family to side with Roman Reigns, and how it never worked out to begin with. First of all, I didn't do it for Roman. I didn't do it for this family. I did it for my family. You see, because this whole time I've been beside you in MFT as your enforcer, apparently, you've been holding me back while you were playing the Rock's fake tribal chief little bitch. That's what you were, Solo. You promised me titles, you promised me money, you promised me fame, fortune, all of that to bring me in by your side, that you could give that to me. But what did you give me? Nothing. And it's time for Jacob Fatu to get what he deserves, because I'm more gas, no brakes, Solo. And if you're a man, meet me in Paris. And well, as you just heard, Jacob Fatu issuing the challenge to Solo Sikoa to go one-on-one to put the issues behind us. Jacob Fatu leaving MFT, helping Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Solo believes that Jacob betrayed him. Solo believes that he saved Jacob Fatu, that he's the one that brought him to WWE. That may be true, but it's also the fact that Solo held back Jacob Fatu. This is Solo under the thumb of The Rock, who is now the tribal chief after defeating Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. We haven't seen either of them since WrestleMania, but The Rock is the tribal chief, and The Rock handpicked Solo Sikoa to be the next up. As Solo did defeat Roman Reigns at one point to be the tribal chief, ended up losing that back low to Roman Reigns, which brought The Rock into the situation. But tonight, Solo Sikoa, as a man pissed off and maybe has seemingly accepted the challenge of Jacob Fatu to go one-on-one to deal with the issues between them. Well, let's see who Solo's going to take on here tonight in the main event of SmackDown here in Kansas City, and what it's going to be HIM, Carmelo Hayes, the man who doesn't miss, him here tonight taking on Solo Sikoa. in our main event, and what this one promises to be a great matchup. So Carmelo Hayes, someone looking to find themselves to the main roster, someone who's been around for a little bit now, has gone one-on-one with the Bloodline over 2 years ago, in which he challenged Roman Reigns. When Carmelo Hayes came straight to the main roster, he went straight after the Tribal Chief. That was back when Solo was with Roman Reigns, and Carmelo Hayes, well, had issues with the rest of the Bloodline. And Carmelo Hayes tonight is maybe looking to, but he got revenge a year or so ago now, when he came back after an injury caused by then Tama Tonga. But tonight, Carmelo Hayes goes one-on-one with Solo Sikoa, 2 men that have history here on SmackDown in the main event. We need to obviously find out what Solo has accepted, if he has accepted the challenge or not. But let's get a main event underway. Well, the main thing to note here at ringside is there's no MFT joining Solo. A huge shot there to the midsection by Carmelo Hayes, and lighting up Solo with these huge chops. But Solo back with one of his own there to the midsection, and there's a huge jumping headbutt to Melo to take control of the matchup. Melo now met with his huge knees to the midsection. And tonight Carmelo Hayes is, like I said, looking to build some momentum of his own, looking to get himself maybe into a title picture here on SmackDown with a win over Solo Sikoa. He can do so as his Solo tonight is looking to build some momentum himself if he is to go one-on-one with Fatu as a huge clothesline there. And Melo Hayes kicks out at 1 there. So instant defiance there is Melo. Again, this have repeated his slammed into the mat, in this matchup. Was Melo by Solo Sikoa. Solo now is mouthing off at, or talking some trash here to Carmelo Hayes. Not too sure why that was though. As Melo with that huge pump knee. As Melo makes a climb to the top, maybe thinking nothing but net early in this one. As Solo's rocked as Melo though instead goes for a frog smash to the back of Sikoa. And Solo kicks out at 2 there. So you've got to imagine that MFT are somewhere backstage working. So that's Tama Tonga, and Tonga lower. It's a new huge knee there. And Solo now with that huge throat shot there. So looking to wear down Melo Hayes for the Samoan spike at some point in this one. Solo now building momentum in the corner, flies in with a huge back elbow there. And Solo again into another cover here on Melo Hayes. But Carmelo kicks out at 2. This promises to be a great main event between these two as Melo Hayes are trying to get back to a vertical base and does so. Sweet select to Sikoa, going into the ground and pound here. For some huge strikes there to Sikoa. As Melo now in control of this one. He's something going back and forth in this battle so far as Melo now uses the knee there, driving Sikoa face first into it. And Melo now goes straight into a double leg Boston Crab here on Sikoa. Trying to wear down the former Tribal Chief. But there's the strength for Sikoa. Melo Hayes with the speed and the quickness there. Gets out of it. And Melo is thinking here, looking for a suplex maybe. Maybe a brain buster. Sikoa though slips out the back. Shot block there to Melo. And Solo now with that huge lariat again there. See Melo there grabbing his knee as well as a leg drop to the throat there. Solo now with Melo on the ropes. This is not where you want to be. In the ring with Solo Sikoa as he pops up with a huge Samoan drop there. And Melo again shows the resiliency and kicks out. He's shot there, caught though by Melo. It's Carmelo Hayes now looking to rally here, looking to get this crowd behind him, looking to use it as momentum as Melo now spins Solo, drops him down. And Melo now on a roll here, building momentum is the man who never misses. Carmelo Hayes, double spring, crossbody caught by Sikoa, up onto the shoulders. Sikoa again with a Samoan drop. And Solo now making the climb. Solo hit with a huge Samoan smash to Melo Hayes. And again, Carmelo kicks out. And it's been all Solo for the past few moments of this matchup. Solo now looking for a huge headbutt to Melo Hayes, and Solo now just basking in the booze, showing that it doesn't matter to him. But speaking of him, there's a spinning heel kick to the midsection. Melo Hayes are looking to rally again. Melo Hayes are building ways with a flatliner there. Melo now going through the motions is him. Clothesline, back elbow. Draws Solo to the middle of the ring. It's Melo now putting Solo to his feet. Where's Melo thinking to follow up with? Melo now float over the top with a DDT. Melo Hayes now slings off the ropes at a huge clothesline. But Solo kicks out too. What a main event we're getting here tonight. What a night of action we've had so far. We've also done a lot of things happening here tonight. A SmackDown super kick there to the ribs to Sikoa. Solo counters. Solo now belly to belly. Suplex there. Well, it isn't where you want to be for Carmelo Hayes. Wisely though gets to his feet. And Melo counters there. Melo Hayes with it, pump knee again. There's Melo Hayes now calling Sikoa to his feet here. There's Melo now with Dirty Diana to Sikoa, middle of the ring. But Solo kicks out to keep this one alive for himself here tonight. And Melo Hayes now making the climb to the top. Maybe thinking nothing but net, but Solo to his feet. Melo Hayes flies through. Spins Solo Sikoa down again. There's Melo Hayes and with a crowd behind him. 110% here tonight. Looking for a suplex. Again countered by Solo, who goes around the back. Looking for a huge, simple but effective back suplex. And Sikoa. And while Jacob Fatu taking out MFT backstage, taking out the Tongans, and then paid a DDT to Tama Tonga backstage. I believe Solo was calling for interference, and Jacob Fatu was intercepted. And now another one to Tonga lower backstage. But let's cut back to the ring and back to the action. Well, Sikoa being distracted by what he saw on the Tantrum, that was opening Sikoa 2. The first 48. But Solo is still in this one. We just saw Jacob Fatu taking out MFT. It's Carmelo now, caught by Solo. Sikoa now, suplex. But I think Solo wanted more Tama Tonga and Tonga to get down to the ring to help him out here tonight, to cause a distraction maybe, as Solo now sends Melo over the rope. Solo now. And while Solo has a referee distracted in the ring, Tama Tonga, as always, has appeared at ringside as Jacob Fatu's dealing with the Tongans backstage. Tama Tonga with a chokeslam through the table to Carmelo Hayes here at ringside. And I believe has just handed Solo Sikoa the win in a main event over Melo Hayes as he now throws Melo back into the ring. And while Tama Tonga now making his way out here after causing destruction at ringside. And while Solo had the referee distracted, which has opened the door for Solo to get back in this one after the chokeslam from the table by Tama Tonga. But Melo kicks out somehow there. Somehow Melo stays in this one. But Sikoa has snapped here. But his huge sort of spikes to Carmelo Hayes. And Solo gets the big victory, courtesy of Tama Tonga. Taking out Melo Hayes at ringside. But what a showcase for Melo Hayes tonight. This was Dirty Diana delivered to perfection. Planted Sikoa face first. This is Santos Escobar's first plan with MFT coming down didn't work out. Right here, we're still realizing that Jacob Fatu took out Tamatonga and Tongaloa backstage. And there was the first 48, and this was his spinning solo. It's no laughs after the Samoan spikes there, sorry. And Solo gets a victory over Mela Hazer tonight in the main event of SmackDown. He's on a collision course with Jacob Fatu. And well, speaking of Jacob Fatu, is in the ring here taking out Sikoa with a huge super kick there. And now Jacob with a Impala DDT. Fatu follows up with a mighty moonsault to Sikoa, wiping him out. And Jacob Fatu stands tall here tonight on SmackDown. And well, I think Jacob's done there. He heard what the crowd was chanting, and he's going to give them what they want. With a second mighty moonsault delivered to Sikoa. And a statement made by Jacob Fatu.